Level 1. The Analyst. Directorate of Analysis, Langley, Virginia. Your first 2 years happen inside a cubicle. Not a dramatic one. A regular government cubicle. Fluorescent overhead, 3-password login, a monitor that shows you things that would make your friends go pale if they knew you were reading them over lunch. Your job is to read cables. Hundreds a day. Intelligence from CIA stations across the world. Satellite imagery. Intercepted communications. Financial transactions. Open source signals from people who have no idea their words just landed on your screen. You take all of that noise and turn it into 3 paragraphs. Clear, sourced, actionable. Something a senior officer can read in under 3 minutes to make a decision that will affect thousands of people who will never know your name. You earn $68,000 a year. Your girlfriend thinks you work for the State Department. At parties, when people ask what you do, you say government research, and they immediately start talking about something else. You have practiced making yourself boring. You are very good at it now. But inside that cubicle, you're watching things unfold in real time that won't make the news for 6 months. You flagged a name in a report last Thursday. Your supervisor highlighted your paragraph and forwarded it upstairs. That is the closest you will ever get to a compliment. Level 2. The Case Officer. You are overseas now. You completed the operations course at Camp Peary, Virginia, a facility the U.S. government does not officially acknowledge exists, which is a fitting start. For 18 months, they taught you surveillance, counter-surveillance, cryptography, and the specific skill of recruiting a human being to betray their own country. Your official title at the embassy is Political Affairs Officer. You attend receptions. You pretend to be interested in trade policy. Meanwhile, you are looking for cracks. That military attaché from the neighboring country who drinks too much and says things he shouldn't. That mid-level bureaucrat who keeps mentioning he was passed over for promotion, twice, and can't hide that it's eating him alive. That scientist who mentioned financial trouble to a colleague your technical team happened to be monitoring. You pull on each thread gently. A lunch here, a coffee there. You listen more than you talk. You make them feel seen. And then, after weeks or months of carefully engineered friendship, you make the pitch. Sometimes they say yes for money. Sometimes ideology. Sometimes because they're afraid. The ones who say no are the ones you lose sleep over. Because now they know what you are, and you have to decide fast whether they'll report you to their own service. You earn $92,000 a year. You've recruited 4 assets in your first tour. One of them provides intelligence that goes directly to the White House Situation Room. Nobody will ever know your name. That was always the deal. Inside the CIA, you're not called an agent. That word is for the foreigners you recruit. You are a case officer. The distinction matters. Agents are assets. You are the one who runs them. Level 3. Paramilitary Operations Officer. Special Activities Center. Directorate of Operations. Location: classified. You left the embassy world behind. You volunteered for something harder. The Special Activities Center sits inside the Directorate of Operations and recruits exclusively from Joint Special Operations Command, the most elite tier of the U.S. military. The selection process made Camp Peary look like orientation week. You can shoot. You can survive in terrain that would kill most people in 48 hours. You conduct direct action in denied areas, places where the United States cannot officially be present and officially is not. You deploy to places without embassies. The infrastructure is a dirt road and a satellite phone. You grow a beard. You wear local clothing. You learn enough of the language to negotiate, to listen, and to talk your way through a checkpoint manned by men who would kill you in seconds if they knew what you actually were. Your team is 4 operators. No quick reaction force, no air support on standby. If your mission is compromised, the U.S. government will deny you exist. That is not a figure of speech. It is written into your operational authorization. The SAC holds more recipients of the Distinguished Intelligence Cross and the Intelligence Star, the CIA's 2 highest valor awards, than any other unit in the agency. Most of the names on Langley's Wall of Honor came from here. You earn $115,000 a year. Some missions last 3 weeks, some last 11 months. Your family gets a phone call once a month through a secure relay. Your daughter's voice comes through static. She asks when you're coming home. Soon, you say. You have said soon 7 times. Level 4, Station Chief. Senior Intelligence Officer, Country Post. You run the CIA's entire operation in a foreign country. Every case officer, every analyst, every support officer in that country reports to you. You answer to the division chief at Langley and, technically, to the ambassador, though that relationship is complicated. There are things happening in your station that the ambassador does not know about and is not supposed to know about. Plausible deniability is a gift you give him without being asked. You manage human assets, technical collection, covert action, and a liaison relationship with the host country's own intelligence service, which requires the specific skill of sharing just enough to keep cooperation alive while withholding everything that matters. You earn $150,000 a year. Your home is swept for listening devices every 72 hours. Cables arrive at 3 a.m., requiring immediate decisions. Last month, one of your case officers was surveilled by the host country's counterintelligence service. You had 12 hours. Pull the officer out and burn the entire network, or wait and hope it was routine. You waited. It stopped. The network survived. If you'd been wrong, you'd have lost an officer and 6 assets who trusted you with their lives. You slept 2 hours that night. The next morning, you sent a cable to Langley. Operations nominal. 2 words. 6 human lives behind them. Level 5. Director of Operations. Directorate of Operations, CIA Headquarters. You run every covert operation the CIA conducts on Earth. Every case officer in every country on every continent reports up a chain that ends at your desk. The Directorate of Operations, formerly the National Clandestine Service, renamed in 2015, is the clandestine heart of American intelligence, and you are its head. You sit in the Situation Room when crises erupt. You attend the president's daily intelligence briefing. When the president asks, "What options do we have that nobody can know about?" he is asking you. You manage programs with code names classified above top secret, capabilities the public does not know exist. You have been with the agency for 22 years. You have lost colleagues in the field. There is a wall at Langley with over 140 stars carved into white marble. Each one is an officer who died in service. No names, just stars. You know 9 of them by name. Every cable you sign could add another. You read every one before you sign. Every single one. And then you sign. Level 6. Director of the Central Intelligence Agency. DCIA. Langley, Virginia. You answer to one person. The Director of National Intelligence oversees all 17 U.S. intelligence agencies. You oversee one, but it is the one. The CIA sits at the center of American intelligence architecture, and you sit at the center of the CIA. Every directorate, every mission center, every covert program, every station in every country on Earth falls under your authority. You brief the president directly. You testify before Congress in closed sessions where phones are confiscated and notes are not permitted. You approve covert actions that will never appear in any public record. The decisions you make, and the decisions you choose not to make, shape the reality that world leaders and military commanders operate inside. You earn the Senior Executive Service maximum. It is less than a first-year associate at a Wall Street law firm. Nobody in this building chose it for the money. 26 years ago, a woman in a windowless room asked you a question, and you said yes. You have kept that promise every day since. You have missed birthdays, anniversaries, funerals, and the years when your children learned to walk and talk and read. You have authorized operations that saved lives and operations that took them. Both keep you awake at night. The wall at Langley has grown since you first saw it. You know 13 of the stars by name now. You don't remember the exact day you stopped counting the years. Somewhere between your second foreign posting and your 4th funeral, the career stopped feeling like something you were building and started feeling like something you simply were. There is no ceremony at the end, no parade, no public acknowledgement. The most consequential work of your life will not appear in your obituary. Your grandchildren will ask what you did, and you will say government service, and they will immediately start talking about something else. You have practiced making yourself boring for 26 years. You are still very good at it. The wall at Langley has 140 stars. Each one is someone who made the same choice you made. None of them are famous. None of them wanted to be. Somewhere tonight, a 24-year-old is sitting in a windowless room. They have been waiting for 4 hours. A woman is about to walk through the door with a folder. They don't know yet what you know. They will say yes.